The first one we saw the faith in Christ. Secondly, the freedom. And then he talks about the forgiveness. Forgiveness of the sin. When Jesus came on this earth, by demonstrating his love on the cross, and he has given us the freedom not only from the sin but also the forgiveness. He restored the relationship back. And Ephesians chapter 2 verse 14 says, the wall of separation was demolished when Jesus came. The enmity was taken out. The bitterness was taken out. The broken relationship was restored because Jesus forgave us. The need of the family is the forgiveness these days. The need of the church is the forgiveness. The need of the workplace is the forgiveness. Though we live in a democratic and united country, we have all diversities in our nation, varieties of people, and sometimes we are divided in many ways. Why all these things are happening? We are not able to accept others. People in our own backgrounds. We are not able to accept others. Promote other people. We are not able to love other people. Sometimes we live with the self-righteousness of our lives. We make our own standards for our lives. Always see people from that angle. Not able to accept others as the Lord has given in our lives. As a result, we see a lot of brokenness. And these are the days many young couples, they break their relationship. And many families are in the court. Why all those things are happening? Good education is there. Good acceptance in the society. Good position in the workplace. Money in our hands. Why all those things are happening? Because we live in the selfishness. We are not able to see others as we are called to see. The Lord is calling us to have the culture of forgiveness in all the places. The spirit of forgiveness should start from our homes. And it should be seen in our churches. And it should be reflected in our workplaces. And also manifested in our communities. And that is what the Lord is expecting us. And Jesus is calling us to be the channel of forgiveness. And Jesus said, if we forgive the sins of others, it will be forgiven. He is not giving the authority to forgive.
wa ansing ko kemak ana balko dunjeng ya.
but a channel of forgiveness.
Ade ba ansing ko ya nake be kemak aga parang uchina sa
My
kaniya.
father started a school in a particular place.
Angni phagpa biap namsa school khuli abaching ha.
As per the protocol, he has to appoint a new headmaster to get the government recognition.
Aron deke wa solkhani donggemen yamrang geta wa school ko solkhani ani ko manade saksa getal ke headmaster ko dona nanga
So
cham.
the person who was acting as a principal or a headmaster,
Ani gemen wano jian headmaster pa principal take kham khasu ya.
he was not able to understand the dynamics of this change.
Ya nakapa dengna tani ko rabana nangani ko wadi wisul jaha.
And when they are changing their leadership,
Aru jan salon deke school is khotong ani ko deke dengna tinga cham.
the outgoing man was just giving a lot of vulgar words against my father.
Ya jian wa khotong we chalai ke pa school ni ande headmaster yang ya angni phagba na men namgi jakatrang ko agana ha.
Abusive words.
Aron deke khagi jakatrang ko jakali kon na ha.
I was sitting next to that room.
Ano nanga wa magni thomga pani
I was
turi sao dongi at
I
sa
was preparing for my college exams.
angara angni college porikhana thari acham
The blood was boiling for me.
angare na men khaunangia
I thought my father, as the correspondent of the school, is not executing his authority.
angni phagpa wa school nok moi ban thani takna nangri ko bulko chakhal jai ne nga chanchi ha
He came to my home after all the office works.
plug office ni khamrang ko maksate wa nokonai ka
I could see my dad was down in spirit.
anga naka angni phagpa ba gisko de sugong jaha
Then my mother came from the school.
angni magba school ni ribak la
My mother didn't know what all happened.
angni magba de mai ma wa bosta ko mamku wi patacham
We had a cow which can give only 2 cups of milk.
singo matchi bima mangsa donga jian khapgani dut khosan
Normally-
waya dut khosan manai chum nuni ko
Normally 1 cup we give to the person who blasted my father because they had a small child.
증리 닥롱아 그다 데 캅사고데 증아 우아 만데 지안 앙니 파가포 기자 닥게 하나 우나 우나 트롱아 쯤 마이나 우아 먹어 촌그바 비샤 동아
Because of the ulcer, my mother used to take 1 cup. Ulcer problem.
앙니 마가빠 되게 오코 비부코 사 동아니면 알사 동아니면 합사오데 비아릉아 쯤
After getting the milk,
둠 마나니 자마노
my mother said, go and give to them this 1 cup of milk.
앙니 마가빠 둠 세빠니 자마노 엉코간 하야 캅사고 우아 만데 날 앙고 비송하나 내간 하
I got angry, raised my voice.
아나만 카우나 하루한테 깽아 락끼어간 하
How can I go and give to the person who shouted at my father?
마이 딱게 앙아랑니 파가빠코 옹기자 딱게 책답게 은급한 맘데 날 둠코랑 연겐
Looking at me, my father said, Raja, go and do what mommy asked you to do.
uno nangni phagpa angko niya kana raja nangni magpa jekwa kana wagda riange chukatpo
I went and gave the milk.
riange mong una dut ko niha
My father said, Raja, you are going to serve God.
angni phagpa kana raja nadi sona sa dangdagi na siya
If you cannot forgive, you are not forgiven still. That's what my father said.
na sakban ko khema kana manjau de nangko ba khema khakuja ne
A
kana
forgiven person only can forgive others.
khema khako mangaman mandesan mangbang sakban ko ba khema kana mana ne kana ha
It became a great blow in my life.
yan angni jangitana na men angko deke nang dekata ha
My mother came to know later.
jamano sangni magpa di wiejo
She did not say anything.
wa mamko ba kan jaha
And the next day, that particular family came back to our father.
Ar salgat panode ya noktang jeni mana kane chung wamang di phag panari baha.
And then they asked for forgiveness.
Ar wamang khima biha.
I thank God for my godly parents.
Anga nakpanam gappa ma phako nanina isol ko mithela.
I have seen in my own eyes what was happening.
Maya man sa ukang mukrom thangchin kaha.
And that is still imprinted in my life.
Ar yan angni jangi thaneo dalo ba chasap paha.
In my leadership style role, I don't have any difficulty to forgive other people.
Angni dalo dalgapong anio anga sakban ko khema kana mamang ning ani dong jaha.
My dear parents,
Khasara mahaparang.
your children are looking for the role model in your family.
Nangni de drang rang de nakapa dakim isok ko parang ko meya nangni noktango.
How is your relationship between your spouses?
Nangni zik nasimani zik se jangi thangani ra mairokom.
How is your life in front of your children?
Nasimani de drang rani makhaw nasimara mairki jangi thangiya.
Your children will follow your footprints.
Nasimani de drang rang de nasimani jakhol khom sangen.
What they see, they will try to imitate in the near future.
Je ko na simon ko wamang nakia ukon wamang makang chide jarken.
And let all our house become a place of forgiveness.
Anjini noktang gemakan kema karam biapong china.
And this is maybe one of the greatest things the Lord has done in our lives.
Aro haide yan aji jangi teno isoli dalarang ko dakawni mengsang chungutken.
And the Lord has given us the wonderful ministry of reconciliation to the body of Christ.
Ansingna getelara uni bimangona nangrem matani kamko kachina unaha.
And fourthly and finally,
Brig paro bonkam gapa.
and it says that in verse 26, chapter 26, verse 18,
Aya watato de kurtok po chicheton kya kana.
an inheritance among those who are sanctified by my faith in me.
Aya no kana ya. Ar bebe aga chi rongthala ko manparing gisepo mandirkani ko manchina.
It talks about the fellowship.
Yan nangrem manik managana.
It is the people of God coming together.
Yan isoli mandirangni apsan nangreme jangi thangani.
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 19, it says,
Ephesus odaigani po chisku agana.
you are no more foreigners and strangers.
Na simang agat thalrang aro dongphai ke parang jaha.
You have become the fellow citizen in the Godhood of God.
Na simara isoli nokni madrang ongaha.
You have become the fellow citizen in the household of God.
Isoli nokdang o madra ke parang madrang
You
ongaha.
are no more strangers and foreigners.
Na simang agat thalrang aro dongphai ke parang
You
jaha.
got a new identity in Jesus Christ.
Jisu Kristo anseng gatal gadang ko manaha.
And you have become the person, part and the parcel in the fellowship of God.
Na si mangara isoli nokni madrang ongaha.
You no need to struggle for your identity.
Anseng naa nangni jangi thangani
The Lord has esteemed us so high in His life, in our lives. The Lord has esteemed us so high.
Isol anseng ko ndagi chwe namei raha.
He valued so much about our lives.
Ansini jangi thano gamchate war aha.
Sometimes we go down in spirit.
Pasa ko budi anseng gisek biya.
Who is there to recognize my life?
Sawa angkora jangi thano wi pa.
Who is there to consider my needs?
Angni